Yep, there we go.
Oh, here's our silver arrows.
Yup. Well, that's a way to start. Now where's our bow to match it?
So, Mentosman is going for an early Houlihan.
I could suggest possibly Zora or Bottle Vendor. Flute! Okay then.
There's our flute.
Early mobility. And a bottle.
It's a nice safety. If it's right there, you might as well take it. So, I could see that Mentosman, yeah, he's going to grab the silver arrows and probably head up to where Salty is at right now. So, the spoiler log does tell us what the tree pulls are. So, Salty knew that that was going to be 20 root pop there.
Yep. So both runners wanting some early cash. I mean, do keep in mind, Firelight, that a lot of times people will be skipping entire locations just because there's nothing else there than maybe 100 rupees or something. Like, you're not gonna see a whole lot of 20 rupees. Unless somebody's really desperate for money, which can happen. Apparently we got something in Blind's hut. Yeah, well, okay. Open mouth, insert foot. Flippers, though. Heart container.
And that's all Mentosman wants here.
Okay, so maybe it's Zora they're wanting because SaltyPhry just skipped right past the bottle vendor. Wow, English. Mirror?
Yeah, so maybe doing that Houlihan though, like, so even let's say Zora and Bottle Vendor aren't required, that just sets you up just to have enough money for the entire seed. You don't have to worry about routing in any other rupees.
True.
Alright, so they're still lockstep with each other.
Yeah. Perhaps just a fairly linear start.
Yeah, I mean, based on what I've read here.
Look shot.
Yeah. I mean, the flippers are pretty free. Which means we'll probably go ahead and we'll probably see some Death Mountain action after this.
Yeah, good point. I mean, assuming it's actually got anything. Also, something to note for anybody interested in these races, they're a lot of fun, but you're gonna find out a lot of things that you just never think about, like bombs routing and rupee routing. Like the fact that the blacksmith actually requires 10 rupees.
Oh. The sink is dead.
Also, videos, this tournament just started. I think we got like a 48 something in qualifiers, didn't we?
Yeah, so the qualifiers, you had as much time as you wanted, though, to practice and route each of those 3 seeds. So that's not as, like, that's not really on par with what you're probably going to see during bracket races when you only get 15 minutes. That being said, I don't think we've seen a sub 50 yet, but we've gotten close. Sub hour is really the...
Ooh! Did he just die to his own bomb?
I think so.
Muscle memorying the map check.
I'd say that's probably cost him about a minute, maybe.
Yeah,
He was kind of... Yeah.
That's pretty painful. Ah, not the dead rocks. Dead rock, why? Well, there's another, like, 20 seconds. Just add insult to injury, why don't you? They're dead rocks. Look! Ooh, glove for SaltyPhry apparently. Was that in Dark Cross?
Yeah.
Hammer, Moon Pearl, Fire Rod, stacked Paradox Cave, goodness. I like to call Paradox Cave the new height cave.
Clearly broken. So...
Ooh, Kana Samaria.
There's the rest of our value.
Also, apparently we missed Mitz as well.
Yeah, they were both in. Yeah, they were both in escape.
Yep, so Mentos probably going to get that here shortly.
Yeah, it's gonna... They pretty much got... This seat is pretty much open to them now. Yeah, we're gonna see...
That seat.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of route divergence now. Even more than we've seen now. We'll have to see where they come back together with each other.
Bow on Trinex, that would be hilarious. You know, I don't know if you actually know about this Sinek, although it doesn't really matter today, since Eastern and Pot are both crystal, but there's actually a trick to get past the Mimic Room in GT without the bow.
Yeah, We saw Keong use it in one of his matches. I think it was game 1 between him and Sabatender. I think he used it.
Yeah. Fairly
and-
new trick. I think it was found in like January.
Yes, it was actually pioneered by Asu101, who's actually in our tournament.
Yep, and also there's the new Moldorm 2 skip that doesn't include hovering or the hook shot. It just is absolutely mind-blowing.
I don't think I'm hoping eventually we'll see somebody use it in the tournament.
I hear
that would
only one person is even slightly consistent at it, and they're not in the tournament. Have you seen how ridiculously difficult that thing looks?
Oh, no. So, yeah, I won't go too much in it. It's not super relevant right now, but yeah, it involves like a bomb jump and like bouncing off a Moldworm 2. It's insane.
Probably frame perfect and requires decent RNG.
Yeah.
Yep, same cart. So what are we going to see in wow, this is not Paradox Cave, Math Girl. Ooh, a sword. And a bow! Okay.
I really like this play from SaltyPhry. He really avoided two Death Mountain.
You know, that does kind of bring up a good point. Hovering now is pretty much pointless to learn if you can learn that skip.
I'd say that skip's probably harder than hovering, though.
It depends on if the person is able to physically do hovering.
It's true.
SaltyPhry? I hope you know that you're... Yeah, okay, good.
I don't know why he was... He has mirror. He doesn't need a death warp.
I don't think he meant to do that. I don't know how he got knocked off the blocks. I looked away for a second and he was off. I don't think that was intentional. There's the big key. You know, it's kind of convenient, though, that the ferry with the capacity upgrades is right outside Ice Palace in the Light World. So if you want more bombs, you can just get them there.
Something tells me that I had not seen a runner go for that yet in the brackets. I didn't think I even seen anybody in the qualifiers go for it.
Yeah, true. I'm just thinking for, like, well, frankly, I'm a casual scrub, and it's like, you know, that's actually an interesting thought. Oh gosh. Ah! SaltyPhry, please!
So, there we go.
Oh my gosh. Playing with our hearts. use 3 bombs and a crystal. Oh gosh.
Alright, so the world is open to SaltyPhry right now, so he's probably just gonna go through and basically complete what he can. I haven't taken too deep of a look at the log so far, but yeah, we'll see what he goes for in here.
Yeah, they're able to complete it though too.
Oh yes. Yeah, hopefully SaltyPhry will be able to get his revenge on Mothula for what happened in game 1, where he kind of, yeah, that was sad to see, where he just he died to Mothula, had bailed, got some safety.
Ooh, tempered sword. Okay, that's definitely going to be an improvement over game 1.
Yeah, this will probably not be as bad of a Mothula fight this time around.
That's got to be like the worst feeling in a tournament match. When something goes that wrong.
Yeah. I guess it's a good thing we're doing best of 3s.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yes, question mark, I think? Yeah, I think he is. I think that Salty's in go mode.
Actually,
both of them are.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is gonna be a very fast seed, I think.
Jeez, and I thought sub 30-minute go mode was fast.
It's like I think this is like a legit go mode. Well, no, it'd be like a Schrodinger's go mode if you didn't know about the GT Big Key.
Well, I mean, they do know, so... You know, at least that's one thing.
Well, we're probably not going to see the boots, so should we tell them where those were at?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, they were buried in Turtle's Rock.
Yep,
so...
in the cave.
Yeah. We weren't going to see them.
Gosh, careful! Mothula is annoying, though. I will say that I find blind much worse. And there's Quake, but more importantly, a crystal. Lamp. Where is Lamp? Do you remember where Lamp is?
Checking.
Flute spot.
Yeah, so they didn't grab the... And they said they didn't grab the shovel out of Kakariko Well. Like, I'm sure we're probably not going to be seeing the lamp.
I mean, that pot isn't that bad with the fire rod, and neither is Eastern, though really Eastern is a joke either way.
Oh, yeah, well, both of our runners are good enough that, yeah, I don't think this will be an issue.
Man, we're in go mode for both runners. Talk about a total jet seat. Oh my gosh.
So something to keep in mind is that both of our runners are also going to have very awkward menus to deal with.
Yes,
Because
very,
yeah. It's like one of those things
very awkward.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't expect to have to deal with. But at this level of play, you're definitely going to feel it if your menus really aren't the way you're expecting them.
I mean, I remember one person saying they were tempted to grab the boomerang just to make their route or their menuing a little cleaner. Which actually isn't a bad play, because menuing does add to the time. Little by little, but it does add to it. Yeah, exactly, Firelight. I mean, 1 second here, 2 seconds there, that's gonna add up quickly. So I guess that's another thing to consider when you're, routing is, do I want to grab this boomerang that's sitting, like, nearby so that my menu's a little cleaner, or do I want to grab this or that will make my route or my menu a little cleaner?
Yeah, it really boils down to how much brain power you want to dedicate to that in your 15 minutes.
I mean, if you have a little extra time.
Yeah. I'll tell you, like, those 15 minutes melt by really fast.
Oh, I know. I actually had a theory at one point, like, because I saw this tracker that you could input a spoiler log, which doesn't work with these spoiler logs, I will say. But it basically just, like, it marked off whenever there was something that was not required, like a location. I thought, maybe it would help just to mark off, like, everything that's not required. And it only took, like, 7 minutes, and then I had, like, 8 minutes to route. So it actually kind of helped me out. I don't know if that would help others.
Yeah, the use of the tool like that, I don't think would be allowed during this tournament.
Oh, no. Like,
Oh.
I'm not talking about using the tool. I mean, I manually marked down this is not required, this is not required, this is not required.
Oh, okay.
I was just inspired by the tool.
There we go. We'll get a beat on their time difference here in just a second.
Tracker would be allowed, right?
Yeah, you can use a tracker. You just can't have the spoiler log fed into it.
Yeah, no, I just, like, found that it was like, I wonder if this would actually help route and save time. And it did.
So I started a stopwatch when Salty put up his sword. We'll get a good read on how far Mentosman is behind.
Oh wow, you're right.
Yeah, we're to strictly execution at this point. They've done all the routing they needed to do.
This was such a godseed for this format.
I mean, like, if you're gonna see a sub 50, it's gonna be this seed. We'll have to see what happens.
I will say before this, although I'm not sure this really counts since you know where everything is, the fastest go mode I saw was just shy of 30 minutes. Gotta, that's Actually, a good point. Why did Mentosman get the book?
Yeah. I think it may have been just a mistake. Cause I did look, and there's nothing on tablets. Desert isn't required. They wouldn't need the book to get into desert anyway. Yeah,
Ooh,
it can
off
happen.
script, but got it. Alright. You were prepared to end your stopwatch. Yeah, 3 hearts is scary. And on green mail?
So,
That.
or go ahead.
No, you go.
So Mentosman is behind by just 2 minutes right now. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So not an insurmountable difference here. That can be made up in execution.
Yeah, but that's a lot considering that SaltyPhry is not a trivial opponent to go against.
Oh no, like it's gonna take a lot. I'm not saying anything otherwise, but it's doable.
Yeah, but just like Salty, I mean, he's not like Ben or Andy or them, but he's not bad either. Like 2 minutes is a lot of time to try and catch up in execution.
Oh yeah, and Chad also brings up a good point. Mentosman is still on 3 hearts.
Yeah, 3 hearts green mail.
Yeah, this is
Then again, 6 hearts green mail isn't much better. Well, there's 1 heart. I mean, is it really worth grabbing 1 or 2 hearts, though, at this point? Ganon does what? 4 hearts with a Ganon hug? Is it 8? Wow. Okay. Yeah, it might be. So it's not even really worth grabbing hearts unless they have a accessible armor upgrade.
there is one. We'll be seeing it in a second.
Oh, is it on Armos?
Just
or
before
not
that.
Armos.
It's an Eastern. Sorry,
Okay.
chat. I'm bad.
Also, I love that sword emote, Will Cleosis. There we go. Well, hey, at least that's some, Firelight, what do you mean that's both upgrades?
Nah, he's going for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
We'll probably see red mail. Mentosman may not. If he's looking at his opponent, he may want that time.
Yeah, but Ganon on 3 hearts?
It is. I mean, decisions will have to be made.
Would Blue Mail even do anything as far as Ganon with 3 hearts?
Probably not.
I think even a Fire Bat does 3 hearts damage with the Blue Mail.
Yeah, 2, I think.
I
Could take 1 fire bat.
I thought it was 2 with Red Mail.
Is it 2 with red mail?
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
even know. Hey, this is why I'm adminning it instead of playing.
Because I usually take 2 hearts and I'm usually on Red Mail, so. Yeah, Fancore, they've been in go mode since like 15 minutes. Okay, Merker's saying it's 2. So Fancore, they actually have access to the spoiler log in this. And they're allowed to be in chat and stuff. So that's a lot of why they were able to get in Go mode so fast. But then again, even for a regular seat, this was a very jet seat.
Yeah, I think if you played this blind, this would have been a very... Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Mage is saying it's 4 hearts for bats with blue mail.
Okay. And I think Mentosman will probably get at least one more heart container from Swamp Palace. That's a very fast one to get.
So, really, Mentosman needs to get red mail to make that blue mail do any good. Or a heart or two. 2 hearts, really.
Preferably both. Probably 2 hearts and that red mail. That should... It'd still be a very low amount of health for Ganon, but...
Yeah, ugh. That's a question for post-race interview, if he was just, like, not thinking about the hearts or what happened there. Especially with Cold Stare. The thought that Cold Stare is required kind of scares me. Yeah, I'm kind of sad this was a spoiler tournament seed, because this would have been hilarious for just a regular seed to see how fast it could be done. Also, wow, the sink.
Mentosman is not even... Alright, he's gonna use the fire rod. There we go.
Oh. Ow.
No!
No, not the turtle death.
That's unfortunate. Alright.
Oh, dear.
Alright. SaltyPhry claims his crystal. With Mentosman behind him. Yeah, we'll really have to ask Mentosman about the 3 hearts. I mean, like, so if you're up 1 in a series, you may decide to take more risks to try to seal the deal. And that may have gone into his line of thinking there.
I mean, the strategy of, you know, routing is important, but, you know, it's also really necessary to know what your limits are. Don't die to Helmasaur.
Oh, there we go. Alright. All's good.
Oh my god. Mentosman8. Don't kill the commentators before... Ugh.
So now Mentosman needs to do Swamp Palace and Ice. SaltyPhry is finishing up Eastern right now, and then we'll also then be heading to Ice. SaltyPhry still has an advantage right now. And, yeah.
Yeah, it's fairly significant lead at this point.
I mean, there's a lot, though, that could change this. Like, they're only, I would say they're probably maybe a Ganon fall away from each other right now. So, this is still a hotly contested race.
Yeah, but I'm staring at that 3 hearts on Mentosman, probably soon to be 4, and it's like, Hopefully he decides to go for the red mail.
If he does, it's probably going to be after Swamp.
Yep. So, Jared, it's your typical open mode seed, but with a twist. You have access to the spoiler log. You have 15 minutes to parse through it manually and do with it as you please and keep hold of it. And you can also join in chat and watch the streams and all that good stuff. So, man, this is a crazy seed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This could be sub... I don't think it's going to be sub 50 at this point. If we had boots along the way, it may have been.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah. I mean, you have a GT climb.
Ooh, that's not helping though.
You saved it.
Ow.
Yeah, Ice Palace is really going to be the most dangerous for Mentosman.
I mean, if he gets that red mail, it'll help some. Also, I don't think that's going to work. Well, it did. Okay. Prove me wrong, game. Oh man. I mean, I'll take 3 heart Ice Palace any day over 3 heart blind. mean, inverted is like the way to learn low percent like health strats.
Alright, SaltyPhry is now going to make his way to Cold Stare.
Oh gosh. Just stand right in the middle of the puffs, why don't ya?
Yeah.
Alright, there's his red mail. And there are 22 locations in the basement of Ganon's Tower where the big key can be, although we pretty much already spoiled that it's not going to be the torch. Tell us where you guys think the big key will be.
Next
By
to
location.
the torch. Next to the torch. If that makes any sense.
Locations, not numbers. Numbers mean little in this.
I'd say right now, this is really Salty's race to lose. But, yeah, well, keep your eyes peeled.
He has 8 minutes, or 7.5 minutes to, Oh man, can he do it?
Will we get the legendary sub 50?
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight. I'm not 100% sure it's doable at this point, but how long does a Ganon's Tower climb take?
I don't know. I don't have a good beat on the actual time.
Keep in mind, JLo, they don't have to check every chest. They can just get the couple things they need, like keys.
Yeah, Ooh.
What is he? Oh, he's getting keys. That's smart.
You do have to be careful though, because now you opened up that door, there is a potential for a key lock until he goes and gets the boots.
Yeah, but he also knows where all the keys are.
Yeah, he's not gonna open up anything he doesn't need to.
Exactly.
Like that door right there.
And Cold stared down for Mentosman. Didn't he finish Swamp?
Correct, yes.
Our tracker mark Swamp for Mentosman, please. Shoutouts to our lovely... it's a very difficult job.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
here's
indeed.
one.
Yeah.
Look away for 2 seconds and you miss like 10 items. Been there, done that. Had a freak out panic attack.
So, Mentosman is 3 minutes behind SaltyPhry right now.
Alright. And 4.5 minutes to climb the tower, beat Aga 2 and beat Ganon. I don't think it's gonna be doable. Ow.
Alright, Salty made his way through the gauntlet. Oh, be careful. He does have a red option though, so that's good.
Hello, sorry, my internet died for a moment.
That's fine. Alright, so SaltyPhry almost died to Landmola's, had to use a potion.
Oh my, well, at least he survived it.
Yes. No, alright. SaltyPhry taking a dive to... there goes the sub 50.
I think sub
I think it's ripped.
50 was already ripped.
Yeah, I think so too.
Still though, what a seed.
SaltyPhry is like, I don't have any time for the Moldworm 2 chest. Plus, he already knows what's in it.
Also, this room without boots or cape.
Four hearts, red mail. Yes, SaltyPhry is in a slightly better safety position.
Yeah, if Mentosman8 makes any mistakes, you know, he's got very little room for error. You know, like the fact that he's now on one heart.
Well, he knows it's do or die time. Yeah, this is not over yet.
I mean, it's not over till it's over, but... Yeah, pink heroes, that's a thing. Oh my god. If he... Oh! Gosh. Do not get hit. SaltyPhry.
I mean, he's past the danger.
Well, you say that, but it just takes one slightly too close hit.
I mean, there's always danger.
I mean, I died again with, like, everything I could ever want, like, 3 times and fell another!
There's a triple.
Oh my gosh. GG!
Alright, everybody get GG's in chat for SaltyPhry. Our winner of game number 2 of the series, tying it up 1-1.
Way too close for comfort. Alright, will he be joining us for an interview? Yes, he will. Hello, GG SaltyPhry.
Thank you.
How about
So-
that race?
Yeah, that was quite the seed. If only there was some boots somewhere, that would have been insanely fast, I think. Like, everything was kind of right there, and everything was set up very nicely. I guess I could have skipped the Cane of Samaria as well. I kind of overlooked that originally, but I thought about that later on. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't actually need that. But I guess it's kind of handy, because I remember that it's only been a couple of times I've ever climbed up GT without it, and when you get to the top of it without it, it becomes really awkward, because you get really used to having it up there all the time.
I mean, to be fair, your opponent picked up Book when they didn't need to as well. Also, those boots were in Mimic Cave.
Yeah, I knew about that, and I figured that's just way, way too far of the way in the middle of a pendant dungeon there. And I don't even remember what medallion was for Turtle Rock. I don't remember if that was going to be somewhere that was handier.
It was Quake.
Oh, okay. Well, you still would have, like, if you could have gone in there maybe when you were up on Death Mountain the first time, that might have not been terrible. But at the same time, I guess you couldn't have, because you would have had to go do Skull Woods first to get that. But yeah, it's just a really crappy spot for it in general, right? There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, your opponent is on Red Mail and 4 hearts.
And so he skipped a few hearts along the way. There wasn't really. There was a couple that were right along the way, I guess. Like the one in Swamp was kind of nice since it was right along the way. How many did I end up at? 7, I think.
Your opponent was, for the most of that race, 3 hearts green nail.
Yeah, it would have been a while, I guess, before you pick up the mails, right? Unless for some reason you just wanted to go right to.
No!
No.
Oh!
I mean, 4 hearts, no matter what armor upgrade you have, is not trivial.
No, what the problem is there's a lot of things that do 1 heart of damage regardless, right? Like anything that does fire basically does the same damage no matter what, so it doesn't do a whole lot. Like I kind of feel like the blue mail is very nice, the red mail is quite a bit less of an upgrade just because of that mainly. I mean, it's obviously nice, but the blue mail I find is a lot nicer.
That placement, as long as he doesn't like... Okay, good. Nice Ganon placement. Now, just don't take a Ganon hug, please.
I was really amazed at actually how empty my inventory was. really made menuing going up GT quite the task, trying to figure out exactly what you had to do to get to the item you
Chat wanting to know when's game 3.
It will be tomorrow at the
GG.
same time.
Same time being 9 a.m. or 10:30.
I think it's actually 10. That's when we're starting tomorrow.
All right.
Well, there you have it, chat.
All right.
Which is
Everybody.
GG. And that's probably a good thing for me, because based on how that first one went first thing in the morning for me, I think I need that extra hour before we start.
Also, both of you getting under an hour, so yeah, GG's. How about that 15-ish minute go mode, though?
Yeah, that really was crazy. Like I said, like just off the bat, like you look at it and everything's kind of right there. There wasn't a single item in a dungeon that you needed to go get.
Like,
yeah, like we didn't even notice it first, and then somebody pointed out in chat, and it's like, are they? Yeah, they are.
Like, that just felt like a seed that would have been like super fast even if you were playing it blind.
Yeah, like none of those items would have been really trolly, right? Like the boots obviously would have been somewhat trolly, but you probably never
Alright.
find them regardless.
GG, Mentosman. How about that seat? We can't hear you if you're talking. Oh, well, we're waiting on that. Man, this was just crazy.
There we go. Now my headphones work.
Hey, GG, Mentosman.
I guess you could say that.
Hey, like, you had a really good showing in the first race. SaltyPhry gave a good showing in the second. And we're looking forward to game 3.
Yeah, I took that Death and Paradox Cave, grabbed book I didn't need because I was a little bit tilted. And then in the pod turtle room, forgot I had a sword for a while. And yeah, those were dumbs. But otherwise, the fact that I got a 56 with 4 hearts at most, not bad.
Yeah,
So-
so why would you do 3 hearts green mail to yourself?
To be honest, most of the stuff that I was doing in that point, I'm comfortable with at 3 hearts and green mail. And I knew Salty was way ahead of me because of my Death and Paradox Cave, so I'm like, okay, let's...
Oh, man. Yeah, that Paradox Cave death was just painful.
Yeah, I looked to the right to double check my notes on where to go next, and I heard the bomb explode, thought I waited long enough, pressed up, looked over, and oh!
Oh gosh, that's gotta be on my list of top 10 most painful deaths to watch in this game.
So, by the way, Mentosman, I was watching game 1 before this, and I highly appreciated the attempt at the hover. Chat loved it.
Yeah, that was not a smart thing to do, but it was fun.
Yeah, were you looking at your opponent's stream? Do you know if you were ahead or not for certain, or did you just do it?
Yeah, I knew on that one that Salty had a little bit of trouble with Moth early, so I decided to use that extra time to entertain chat a little bit.
Alright, well, so you both are going to game 3 here. Let me see who I don't think we've figured out who you'd be playing afterwards.
I know it's
Yeah,
either Pika Pals or Fred. Also a bit late, but GG Salty on both races.
Yeah, GG.
Alright, well, any last thoughts before we wrap things up? Actually, I guess we have to wait for the credits anyway.
That would be nice.
That second seed was the most stupidly freed or out thing I've ever seen. I had my notes done within like 11, 12 minutes.
Yeah, like
that
my notes were so short for that second one. I was honestly concerned that I had forgotten something. Like I'm double checking, going through them, like making sure I hadn't actually forgotten anything. Because normally it's quite a bit longer of the stuff I have to do, and this time it was quite short. And like, am I missing something important here? Like, I guess obviously the boots wouldn't have been anywhere in there. The ice rod wouldn't have been anywhere in there. The medallions, so that helps a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I was getting to the point where I was actually putting down specific dungeon order to wrap up the seed instead of the usual just do all the dungeons.
Ah, yes.
So now it's on to game 3, where hopefully the boots aren't giant jerks again.
I mean, for a bootsless seed, this was really good.
Oh, for sure, it's just nice not have to hold a button the entire time you're moving.
I mean, to be fair, you have to hold the A button the entire time if you're using boots, pretty much.
No, just a half a second to start them, and then you can let go and chill.
You can. I never tried.
Yep, it's for a lot of shorter dashes in a row, it's kind of pointless to not just lift up when you're done with the dash, but on longer ones, yeah, you can just slide your finger off and keep going.
Also, 48 collection rate, goodness.
I ended up with 7 hearts as well, so his is likely lower than that.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that statistic. Mentosman, during the qualifiers, I think you took lowest collection on, I think, Seed 2 or Qualifier 2.
I want to say it was number 3, because I played that seed stupid low percent, kind of like this one.
No, I think it was actually Shady that got a 40 on Qual 3. Qual 3 was really fast.
That could
I'd
be.
have to go back to my records, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was at like 42 or something like that on the third one. Ended up with like 5 hearts, blue.
41 out of 216.
Yeah,
So
that's
close to the sub 40 dream.
That's a pretty low collection rate. I cannot lie. For something you have to route in 15 minutes. And it could have been 40 if you didn't pick up the book.
And 39 if you hadn't picked up the 1 heart piece.
But it is what it is, right?
I think the heart piece was on a boss. I think you were going to get that regardless.
Was it?
Yeah, I want to say that was Argus.
What about Quake? You didn't need Quake either.
That was also forced.
Yeah, I was expecting the boots to be required, so I looked up where Quake was. I'm like, ooh, it's on Mothula, perfect. And then find out boots are not required, and just like, ah.
And Kina Samaria, was that forced?
No, you could have gone without that. Of course, it makes climbing GT quite a bit more awkward, so I decided to take the extra 20 seconds to grab it or so.
Yeah, I didn't even connect the dots that it wasn't required, so I was falling down the hole to the back of Escape, and I'm just like, yep, still gonna get it. Wizard of Broom.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, any last thoughts?
Well, the second one was a lot more fun for me than the first one, obviously. I'll just say GG. See you guys tomorrow. And
Yep, along the same lines, GG. Thank you guys, both streams for the commentary, the restream, all that. And yeah, see you tomorrow, Salty. We'll take this to game 3 like I kind of expected to begin with.
Have a great night, everybody.